Marco Rubio is getting very busy. Marco Rubio is going nuclear on the State Department. You know, it was bound to happen sooner or later. He's got a little distraction over there with Pete right now. I guess he's figuring this might be the time. 700 jobs being cut in Washington, D.C. as we speak. This news just coming out today, unveiling the very first stage of his plan to make massive cuts there at the State Department. The idea being, let's put a little bit of, how shall we say, a little bit of DOGE into the State Department, right? Like, let's look at this thing and roll up our sleeves and see where the waste is. And he's found a whole lot of waste. Take a look here. Some 700 jobs he is cutting in none other than Washington, D.C., and he's eliminating 132 domestic offices, cutting around 700 positions, as I said, in Washington, D.C., and closing offices that are focused on war crimes and global conflict. This is according to State Department officials and documents obtained by CNN. I should confirm that the story is also being reported out in the New York Times, and Marco Rubio himself just put this forward, confirming it all. He said, we are facing tremendous challenges across the globe. To deliver on President Trump's America First foreign policy agenda, we must make the State Department great again. Nice one, Marco. In its current form, the department is bloated, bureaucratic, and unable to perform its essential diplomatic mission in this new era of great power competition. Over the past 15 years, the department's footprint has had unprecedented growth, and costs have soared. But far from seeing a return on investment, taxpayers have seen less effective and efficient diplomacy. The sprawling bureaucracy created a system more beholden to radical political ideology than advancing America's core national interest, which is why today I'm announcing a comprehensive reorg plan. They're reorganizing at the State Department. Imagine that will bring the department into the 21st century. This approach will empower the Oops, definitely not. The Republicans, hopefully. Actually, just what's fair. That's all I care. It doesn't even have to be partisan. We'll empower the department from the ground up, from the bureaus to the embassies. Region-specific functions will be consolidated to increase functionality. Redundant offices are going to be removed, and non-statutory programs that are misaligned with America's core national interests will cease to exist. Under President Trump's leadership, we have a commander-in-chief committed to putting America and America's first. As his Secretary of State, I am confident a reformed State Department will meet the moment and help make our country great again. Now, before anybody freaks out, this is what happens. When you have a new CEO that comes into a company or a new manager, right, what do they typically do? They look around. They see how they can make it better, leaner, meaner, faster, more efficient, better. I go back to better. Wasn't that Melania's campaign? Be better or be best. I mean, come on, right? Like, we need these departments to be nimble and agile and successful on the world stage. So the thinking here is we've gotten too darn big. We've gotten too darn bloated. It's like, GE. Remember General Electric? I mean, it used to be the bomb, and then they realized, this is maybe just a little too big. And it struggled. Hey, it could be like Comcast. Comcast is like, we don't really need MSNBC anymore. MSNBC is actually dragging us down. Rachel Maddow and co. Morning Joe, you are dragging us down over at Comcast. You're hurting our earnings. So guess what? We're going to spin you off into SpinCo. This is how the world works. Unfortunately, it's not how government works. I mean, government has never worked this way. The thinking is, if the economy grows, we need to add. And if the economy doesn't grow, we still need to add. I had this argument once with the guy who was running the National Economic Council for Obama on live television. You weren't supposed to argue on Bloomberg, but leave it to me. Gene Sperling. And I'm like, why does spending as a percentage of GDP have to keep increasing? And he said, but of course it does. Like, what a stupid question. Why would you ask me that? I'm like, well, think about it. If you're a family and you get a pay raise, do you run out and buy a new house or a new car, or suddenly, go to fancier restaurants? No, hopefully you're pocketing or saving that money. It's not like just because you have more money to spend, you do. Why does government think the more you have, the more you must spend? When you look at these spending levels, guys, they are the worst they've ever been. We are spending more than any other time. I mean, unless you're at war. So what has the State Department become? kudos to Marco Rubio for taking this one on. He's doing quite a job there. I'm sure they're going to be coming after him too, just like they came after Pete. Wait for that, right? Wait for that. It is wonderful to have you all here. I want to thank you again. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Make sure you share, like, let me know your thoughts. Is Marco doing the right thing? Yay, nay, yes, yes, right? Make sure you like, share, and we'll be back here live again around this time. I think it works, right? Tomorrow.